Namaskar, myself Pratik. In this session, we will discuss the process of implementation of mutation in genetic algorithms. Let us start this session. We already know that mutation is the process through which some genes are randomly changed during the process of recombination. Actually, this helped the species to get some new features and variation in their generations. And these random changes are known as mutation. For example, let's suppose this is the real gene sequence. Now during the process of recombination, some of the gene may change randomly, and this has been indicated here. You can see that this T has been mutated to C, and this process is called as mutation. Through the process of mutation, nature is able to add new features into the species. Same way, we wish to have mutation in our genetic algorithm to add new features to our populations. Because through the process of recombination, only the features are swapped between the parents. No new features are generated through process of recombination. In process of recombination, only swapping has been occurred. But through process of mutation, some of genes can mutate or can change randomly, and in this way we are able to generate new features. Through this process of mutation, actually we all evolve and we are able to get rid of our tail through this process of mutation only. Here we are indicating two parents. Through the process of recombination, they produce this child. You can see that in process of recombination, there is only swapping of some of the genes. Child get this gene from father while these two genes are from mother. So there is only the swapping of gene. So there is no generation of new features or gene in the child. But through the process of mutation, some of the genes are randomly changed and we are able to have new features into our system. So in this figure, 9 has been mutated to 2, and finally child will have 12, 5 and 2 as its gene structure. So as I have already told you that there are some positive mutations. Through the process of mutation, apple got new color, but sometimes the mutation has some negative effect. So these are some example of negative mutations. If mutation has a negative effect, then natural selection comes as a rescue. Now through the process of natural selection, the population having negative effect of mutation will not get a chance to survive for a long time. They will not get the chance to mate, and they will not get the chance to pass their genes to the next generation. Ultimately, these negative feature of mutation will disappear from the population after a couple of generations. But if mutation is positive, then the population having that positive feature due to mutation will get more chance to survive, and they will get more chance to pass their gene to next generation. So actually through natural selection, these genes will be passed to next generation. So the process of natural selection, crossover, mutation work in combination to produce excellent generation of populations. Now in this session, we have to understand the algorithm for the implementation of mutation. So we have already know that the parent are selected through the process of natural selection, which is implemented with the help of roulette wheel. Then we have single point or multi-point crossover. After getting the crossover, we have a probability of crossover which decide that whether child will pass or parent will pass to the next generation. Let's suppose in this case, child get the chance to pass to next generation. Then we have a process of mutation which randomly change some of the gene of these child. So here you can see that this particular gene has been changed randomly, while in case of child 2 gene has been changed randomly through the process of mutation. How this process of mutation can be coded into an algorithm, we will discuss that in this session. Now in order to dig deep into the algorithm, the first important step is to understand how to decide about the number of genes to be mutated. Because in this example you can see only one gene is mutated, while in this 2 genes are mutated. Similarly, we can mutate 3 or 4 genes. So how to decide about the number of genes to be mutated? So in order to decide about the number of genes to be mutated, we have a concept, something called as probability of mutation. So this probability of mutation decide that whether the particular gene will be mutated or not. So probability of mutation is going to play a vital role in order to implement this process. programmer has to define the value of probability of mutation between 0 and 1, and this particular number help us to decide the number of genes will be mutated in the process of mutation. Now let us understand the working principle of this algorithm. So first of all, programmer need to define the probability of mutation, and this number will be between 0 to 1. The more this number is close to 1, the more are the chances that the gene will be mutated, and less is the value of this parameter, the less are the chances that gene will be mutated. So probability of mutation will vary between 0 to 1. If it is close to 1, it means that lot of gene will be mutated. But if it is close to 0, then it means that very few gene will be mutated. So ultimately we have to decide the optimized value of probability of mutation. Let's suppose if its value is 50%, then approximately 50% of gene will be mutated through this process. You will able to understand the role of probability of mutation by understanding all the steps of this algorithm. So first of all, as I have discussed, programmer has to define the probability of mutation between 0 to 1. Then we have to generate a random number in the same range, that is 0 to 1. So here the third step is important. The probability of mutation is compared with the random number. And if probability of mutation is more than random number, then we will mutate the gene or flip the gene. But if probability of mutation is less than the random number, then we don't mutate that particular gene, or we simply skip the gene. So this is the basic logic or basic working principle for this algorithm. And it is important to note that this process will be repeated for all the genes in the chromosome. It means that for the whole chromosome, we decide a probability of mutation, and then this step is applied over each gene of the chromosome. So let's suppose if we have 8 genes in the chromosome, probability of mutation will be defined only one time, but random number will be generated for every new gene. So for first gene, a random number is generated. Probability of mutation is compared with the random number. If probability of mutation is more, then we will mutate it, otherwise we will not mutate it. Then we go to the second gene, a random number is generated. Then according to the value of this random number, we will decide whether to mutate that particular gene or not to mutate that gene. So it is important to note that these steps will be repeated for all the genes in the chromosome. So for a chromosome, we define the probability of mutations. Once we define it, then for each gene we have to generate a random number, and then a comparison between the probability of mutation and random number is performed. If probability of mutation is more, then it will be mutated, otherwise it will not be mutated. So this is the final algorithm to apply mutation in genetic algorithm. Let's suppose we initialize probability of mutation at 0.5. It means that there are 50% chances that gene will be mutated. For each gene we are generating a variable I, which will move from 1 to total number of genes in the chromosome. For each gene we are generating this random number, which is stored in random number generated. Random number is generated in the range of 0 to 1. If random number is less than probability of mutation, or in simple word, here probability of mutation is more, then we will mutate it, mean that we are inverting it, or we are flipping that particular gene which is available at ith position. Then we will move to I plus 1. We generate a random number, we perform the comparison, and then we will perform mutation for I plus 1. Same way this loop will be performed for all the genes in the chromosome, and that way we able to implement mutation in genetic algorithm. Now you can clearly understand that if probability of mutation is close to 1, then most of the gene will be mutated. If its value is close to 0, then very few genes will be mutated. But if value is 0.5, then 50% of the gene may be mutated through this process. So programmer has to define the value of mutation accordingly. So you can implement this algorithm in any programming language like Python or Java or MATLAB to implement the concept of mutation in genetic algorithm. This is all about this session. I hope that you have already subscribed this YouTube channel. If still not, please subscribe to this channel. I have already created multiple online courses over Udemy platform to teach the concept in a simplified way. One such course is Simplified Approach to DBMS, another is Simplified Approach to SQL, Mastering PLSQL, and Mastering Machine Learning. So these courses has been created over Udemy platform to learn these subjects in a simplified way. You can join these courses to start your learning in these areas. I have also authored books on data mining and data warehousing, DBMS, NoSQL, Beginning with SQL, and PLSQL for beginners. All these books are available at Amazon platform. To read more about this, you can refer my website prateekbhatia.com. Thanks for watching this video.